Today we have a very interesting topic, and this topic has been debated in history. This topic has been debated by parliamentarians. This topic has been debated by the Constituent Assembly, and since before independence and till now, it has been widely debated, and few states have passed laws regarding it. Few have not. There are a different variety of beliefs on the same topic. That's why we have come here to discuss with you all. This is all about Article 48 of the Directive Principles of State Policy, where the Constitution of India says that the state shall take steps for preserving and improving the breeds and prohibiting the slaughter of cows and calves and other milch and draught cattle. Hindus are actually forbidden to eat cow in their religion, in their culture, and cow has been treated sacred. It is mentioned in the different mythological texts we have that cows are sacred and they should not be slaughtered. They should not be eaten. And not just the Hindus, but if anyone is eating and doing such things in the same society where Hindus are living, it is disrespecting to the religious ideas and the cultural ideas. Many people believe that, and on the other hand, few argue that in Article 21 of the Constitution, right of choice of food is given to everyone, and people have the right of choice of food. So if someone has not this believes in his or her religion, his culture or her culture, that he or she should not eat this, so maybe uh, it should be allowed to them. Few are of this beliefs anyway, but the implications of this disallowing of the slaughter of cows and its different breeds, which includes bulls and etc. too, they have put the farmers to problem. Recently we have seen their population is uncontrolled, and who is to feed them? They are going to the crops of the farmers and they are destroying the crops. Also, we are seeing that freed animals roaming in the city have many a times harmed a number of people. They have put old people to severe injuries, sometimes to death even. So this is the issue of cattle slaughter in India, and we need to discuss. We need to know the opinion of what Young India thinks. That's why this debate topic has been chosen today. So let me repeat the topic to you all. The topic is that this house believes that ban on cow slaughter is against the fundamental rights. So this house actually brings up the voice of the minority. I mean, the voice which is less heard, and this is the voice that uh, you have to give the liberty of the right of choice of food to everyone. So we will talk about this, whether it is against the fundamental rights or not. So today we have different people: Prerna, Aditya, Divya, Rajesh, Rashmi, Saurabh, Srishti, Swapnil, Suryansh. We have different people, and others will keep joining as well. And also we have a scorecard made at the last. So obviously your things would be just also will be recorded. So they will be uploaded to YouTube so that you can have a good analysis of your performance of today. All right, let's start then. Before we start, I would like to know the sides, what each of you would be taking. So can you all one by one register your sides, the side you are going to speak, whether it is in favor of the motion or against it?
Myself, Swapnil Tiwari, and I don't think that it is against the fundamental right.
Okay, okay, you are against it, right? There are few people in the chat box here. You all can speak, guys. Okay, Prerna Singh is in favor of the motion, and Aditya Singh is against the motion. What about others? Well, you also can be listeners to the debate. Speaking is not mandatory, but okay. So let's start, and others will keep on joining. Let's it start with someone. Okay, so Prerna is here to favor. All right, she will support the motion. So let's start with her, and then we will go to Aditya or Swapnil, who will raise their points against the motion. All right, Prerna, you have 3 minutes. All the best.
Sure. Thank you. So, everyone, I am Prerna, and today I want to put my views in favor of the motion. I believe that the blanket ban or complete ban on cow slaughter, it is a violation of fundamental rights of few section of people. So, friends, first of all, let me tell you all that the issue of cow slaughter is not new to India. It has a history right from British era. Even before that, when we take examples from Veda, Manusmriti, etc. But I would like to highlight the legal aspect of this issue. The first and the foremost point is that it is the violation of right to work under Article 19, Clause 1. Our constitution, it guarantees the right to choose any employment, any profession, and to take up any trade. And it can be subjected to some restriction which should be reasonable, that can be imposed by the state. So a blanket ban on cow slaughter, it has the potential for creating a standstill in the economy, especially when we talk about the minority, especially the I would like to say Muslim community, they will be affected by this particular aspect. Second thing is that it is also a violation of Article 21 of our Constitution that guarantees right to liberty and right to choice. And also the Article 25 that talks about right to freedom of religion. Like one can practice, profess, and propagate any religion that he or she want to do. Friends, let me tell you that in Islam, they have a tradition of performing sacrifice. But most of the time, what happened that Muslim community, many of the people, they belong to some poor section of the society and they cannot afford goat or some other animals. So most of the time, they prefer cattle for this purpose. And one more important thing, I would just like to mention the case of Manik Chand. This particular case has highlighted that if we prohibit completely or if we put a blanket ban on cow slaughter, then what should be the criteria? Like even different aspect of science, it has highlighted that up to the age bracket of 15, these cattle are productive, and after that they are not. So rather than putting a blanket ban on cow slaughter, we should think like that. It is economical. We should try to have a very practical and pragmatic approach towards this. Rather than being a religious, a fundamentalist, a fanatic, a by God, I would say, we should think in a more economical way. So this is my approach. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Prerna. You spoke really well, and also you landed up in time with a conclusion, with a solution, with a positive ray. So thank you for your speech, and I hope you must have successfully convinced the speakers, the audience. And now let's welcome another speaker. Okay, let's hear to you, Aditya. You said you're against the motion.
Yes, good evening, everyone. This is India and it's land of Gandhi. Yes, not only Gandhi, it's a land of Buddha. Not only just Buddha, it's land of Nanak. And this land says each and every point of a pinch of soil of this country says that the weak and meek need more protection and compassion. In various cases, it has been mentioned that on the basis of usefulness and on the basis of the old ages and on other basis, just send the cows and the cattle to the slaughterhouse and they are not useful at all. No, this should not be the approach. Why? The thing is that we the country, or we can say we the countrymen, have lot of emotions connected with it. Not just emotions, we have our culture values with it. As the last speaker said that there are legal provisions and all that, DPSP is also there. There was a case that was Golaknath case in which it was mentioned that if a DPSP is being implemented in our country, then the article 14, 19, and 21 can be violated at all, and the law will not be violated on this ground only. Now, coming to the another thing that she talked about reasonable things. It's very good. So, reasonable means what? In what sense the limitations will be reasonable? Again, it's not about just 15 to 16% of our population. It's about 80 to 85% of population which proclaims, or which we can say, which claim or regard cow as sacred. It is something which is sacred for them. Again, talking about cattle, that it will be good for our economy and all that. Why not to slaughter human then? Why not to slaughter human then? Why the people which are old, slaughter them out? What's the need to just slaughter the cows only? Man should be slaughtered. If you are saying that the cattle should be slaughtered, then I will speak in the favor that man should be slaughtered at all. Another thing, just coming about DPSP, I have talked it about or at all. Yes, various people like Lala Lajpat Rai, Tilak, and many people have talked about it. And not talking about economy. See, the point is that the wine is not good at all. But just for economic purpose, or we can say just to boost our economy, we will allow people to have wine. It's not good at all. DPSP mentions that we strive, or we can say we seek towards a good and better society at all. After all, I will talk about what are the solutions, as it was said by Shivans that they are just making damages and all that. Goshalas are being made, and yes, government should take various steps to make it a thing which is good for the farmers as well. So this is all about steps should be made, but it's not fine at all. Thank you so much.
All right, it was fierce. Thank you, Aditya. So Prerna spoke and Aditya has spoken. We have, yes, Aditya's speech was full of knowledgeable points, and both Prerna and Aditya have suggested some solutions, but still there is something that needs to be covered. Right now, there is some more possibility in the topic. So let's welcome another speaker. Is there anyone who wants to speak for the motion? Who'd support Prerna in her points? That let those eat who wants. Let it be personal liberty. Okay, all right. If you're not getting the people, anyone who wishes to speak next can speak.
Yes, can I?
Sure. All right. All the best. You have 3 minutes.
Thank you, Shivans. So, good evening, everyone. Myself Nil Tiwari, and I'm here to speak against the motion. First of all, very well said by Aditya Singh against the motion. So, first of all, living in a democratic country, so I would like to start with some constitutional provision. Just talk about DPSP, Directive Principle of State Policy, Article 48 of the Constitution of India is one of the directive principle which directs the state to make effort for banning animal slaughtering of cow and cattle and other milches and draft cattle. It is state to organize agriculture and animal husbandry on the modern and scientific line. So especially there are some provisions are in our constitution who just ban this cow slaughtering. And second, some person just talking about the Article 19(1)(z) that talks about the free to practice any profession or carries on any occupation, trades or business, and etc. So I would like to tell you that in Article 19 there are some regional restrictions are also there, like in Article class 2 to 6, which say that a particular law which can strictly ban such a law which just kill a life of animal, which is a sacrosanct for the people of India. We are living in a country where from very ancient time we just respecting the cows and some other animals. So let's talk about the Vedic concept. The cow was considered the sacrosanct and concentrate material and the spiritual assets of the people of the country. And just talk about the Mughal period, which was very cruel and period of the Indian history. The third Mughal Empire, Akbar, prohibited the cow slaughter in several areas of his kingdom. So in ancient time, in medieval time, there are many phases in our history where the cow slaughtering was banned. And let's talk about the present scenario after independence, when Article 48 added to our constitution. So several states like Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Assam, Bombay, West Bengal, Central Province, Hyderabad enacted such a law in 1950 and banned totally this cow slaughtering. And not even just slightly they banned, even from the bona fide religious purpose. He banned the cow slaughtering from the bona fide religious purpose also. And so now, in conclusion, I would like to tell you that we are living in a country where we respect all the animals, all the peoples. So we are living in a country where killing an ant is against our moral principle. So how can we
Swapnil, you're not audible.
Hello?
No, you have certain network issues, but you have ended. So, all right.
Hello. Now I'm audible? Shivans. Now I'm audible.
Yes, you are.
So, telling about the conclusion that we are living in a country where just killing an ant is against our moral principles from very ancient to present time. And at last, I would like to tell you that the ban of cow slaughtering, it must not be the part of that. It must be the part of our fundamental right to just ban the cow slaughtering. Thank you from my side.
All right. Thank you, Swapnil. You highlighted the constitutionality of the topic. You said that Article 21 comes. Yes, it comes, but with some reasonable restrictions. Also, you put lots of data about the current situation of this aspect. Now I would so thank you, and I would like to welcome if anyone else is remaining who wants to speak.
हाँ शिवांश, तो मैं इस विषय पे ये कहना चाहूँगी कि जैसे कि आज हम लोग
कीर्ति,
गौ
आपके
हत्या पे
पास
बात कर रहे हैं।
आपकी
हाँ।
साइड क्या है?
3 मिनट है। हाँ, मैं इसके विरुद्ध में बोलना चाहूँगी। ये जो गौ
अच्छा,
हत्या को
ठीक
जो लोग मानते हैं कि हाँ, तो इसमें मेरा ये मानना है कि जैसे गौ हत्या को मुझे लग रहा है पूरी तरीके से प्रतिबंध लगा देना चाहिए। और जो लोग ये कहते हैं कि ये हम लोगों के मौलिक अधिकार के खिलाफ है, तो मौलिक अधिकार सिर्फ़ आपको ऐसे ही नहीं दे दिए गए हैं उठा के कि आपको मिल गए हैं और अब आप उनका जो मर्ज़ी चाहे इस्तेमाल करें। क्योंकि अगर व्यक्ति है कोई और उसके पास कुछ, अगर हम कह रहे हैं कि आप, और यहाँ पे बात हो रही है व्यक्तिगत स्वतंत्रता की भी बात हो रही है कि ये तो एक व्यक्तिगत स्वतंत्रता है कि इंसान क्या खा सकता है, क्या काम कर सकता है इस तरीके का। पर आप ये देखिए कि आप क्या काम कर रहे हैं, वो दूसरे को भी तो तकलीफ दे रहा है। और अगर वो जानवर है और वो आपसे कमज़ोर है, तो ये आपकी ज़िम्मेदारी है कि आप उसको बचाएँ। आप उसको मार के, उसको बेच के अपना धंधा नहीं बना सकते हैं। और मुझे इसलिए लग रहा है कि इसको पूरी तरीके से प्रतिबंध लगा देना चाहिए इस चीज़ पे, क्योंकि ये हम लोगों की सभ्यता को दर्शा रहा है कि किस तरीके की हम लोगों की सभ्यता है, किस तरीके की संस्कृति है। आप ये भी तो देखिए कि ये कितना उनको तकलीफ देता है। और फिर जैसे कि अगर आप बहुत छोटी-छोटी चीज़ों में भी अगर आप देखें कि किसी व्यक्ति के घर में किसी की मृत्यु हो जाए, तो भी आप देखें कि कोई कुत्ता होता है या फिर कोई गाय पली होती है, तो वो इस तरीके से आँखों से आँसू बहने लगते हैं या एकदम से चुप हो जाता है। तो आप उससे जुड़े हुए हैं, आप उसको कैसे मार सकते हैं? उसके अंदर आप ही की तरह एक जीवन है, बस वो आपसे कमज़ोर है। तो इसका ये अर्थ नहीं हो गया कि आप उसको मार के और अर्थव्यवस्था को बढ़ाने के नाम पे कुछ भी करते जाएँ कि इससे हमें फ़ायदा मिलेगा तो हम कुछ भी करेंगे। तो फिर आप यही कह दें कि आप इंसान तो हैं नहीं, फिर आप अपने आप को जानवर ही कह दें, तो फिर आप करें तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। और दूसरी चीज़, धर्म के आधार पे भी वो सब तो ख़ैर है, लेकिन मुझे इसमें ऐसा लग रहा है कि एक चीज़ और है कि जो लोग ये कार्य कर रहे हैं, उनकी एक और वजह है कि वो गरीब हैं। तो मेरा ये भी मानना है कि सरकार को ये भी देखना चाहिए कि अगर कोई व्यक्ति इससे जुड़ा है, जैसे मान लीजिए उसके पास कोई गाय है, ठीक है, अब क्या है वो गाय बूढ़ी हो गई या फिर वो कमज़ोर हो गई किसी वजह से, तो उनके पास कोई रास्ता नहीं बचता है, उन्हें क्या करना पड़ता है, उसको बेचना पड़ता है जिससे वो पैसे लाएं, दूसरी गाय लाएं। भाई उनको भी तो धंधा धंधा करना है, बिना रुपए के वो कैसे जीवन जिएंगे अपना। तो उस चीज़ में मुझे लग रहा है सरकार को अपना हाथ बहुत अच्छे से आगे रखना चाहिए कि ऐसा ना हो कि हम जानवर को बचाने के चक्कर में इंसान को पूरी तरीके से उसके जीवन को भी बर्बाद कर दें, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए। तो मेरा ये मानना है। और दूसरी चीज़ ये है कि सिर्फ अर्थव्यवस्था पे हम लोगों को इतना फोकस नहीं करना चाहिए कि हम उसी पे केवल देख रहे हैं। धंधा आप उनको काम दीजिए, आप उनको काम दीजिए, बहुत अच्छी चीज़ है। और जैसे कि अगर हम लोग देखें कि हम लोगों के जो राज्य के जो नीति निर्देशक तत्व हैं, उनमें अगर हम लोग जाएँ, तो उनमें भी ऐसा है कि हम लोगों को उन्हें बचाना चाहिए और वो हम लोगों को एक तरीके से हम लोग एस्पायर करते हैं, हम लोग चाहते हैं कि हम वैसा राज्य बनें। वो बहुत अच्छी चीज़ है, हम लोगों को वैसा बनना चाहिए, ये हम लोगों के इंसान होने की निशानी है, मुझे ऐसा लगता है। तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि इसमें ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि आपकी और व्यक्तिगत स्वतंत्रता के नाम पे आप कुछ भी खाएँ, कुछ भी करें, ये सही नहीं है। फिर ऐसे तो कोई व्यक्ति कहीं है, उसको भूख लगी है, कोई नहीं है उसके आस-पास, तो वो इंसानी को काट के खा ले। तो क्या वो सही आप मान लेंगे? ये तो सही नहीं हो जाएगा ना। तो ये चीज़ें मेरे हिसाब से किसी भी प्रकार का कोई भी जानवर हो, सिर्फ़ गाय की बात नहीं है, पूरी तरीके से उस पे प्रतिबंध लगना चाहिए गौ हत्या वगैरह पे। धन्यवाद।
Good evening, everyone. And I think that cow slaughtering must be banned. And the reason is very simple. There are various reasons. First of all, as we all know that in India, Hindu comprises of 80% of total population, and killing and consuming of cows is a sin on religious and traditional grounds. So we must respect that. Most of the Hindu kings supported a permanent ban on cow slaughtering from ancient times. During freedom struggle too, the likes of Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Lala Lajpat Rai were strong proponents of a total ban on slaughter of cow. I believe animals also have a right to live as we humans have, and it is important for ecological balance too. No one can deny that slaughtering of cow is very cruel activity. So in arguing about human rights, we can't just ignore animal rights because they can't speak anything. We also have and we must take care of them too. And I think that there are many aspects of it. It is of there is no doubt that cow is very useful to us in our everyday life. Farmer uses cow to cultivate their fields, milk used as a part of dairy industry. Even the waste of cow or cow dung called gobar is used in various purposes from cooking to manure. We also have very emotional relationships with cows, as in many Western countries, people have emotional relationship with dogs. So as they think that dogs are they're part of family, so we think that cows are our part of family. In a court case, the Gujarat government compared gobar to a Kohinoor diamond, and the Supreme Court accepted that and appreciated that. Also, we must not forget that Article 48 of our Constitution also declares that the state shall take steps for preserving and improving the breeds and prohibiting the slaughter of cows and calves and other milch and draught cattle. Cow slaughtering also increases illegal slaughterhouse, making black money and cattle theft. So I think that it must be banned, as a Supreme Court of India also encouraged complete ban on cow slaughtering in its judgment in 2005 and advised all states in India to frame a national law in order to prohibit the slaughter of cows. Thank you.